Okay, this is the homework for today. The rest is the other days, but today you only have to do the workbook, that last page, and then this worksheet, numbers 1 and 4, and the back problems. I'll go start with the back problems that you have. If it's another year and it's something different than this, make sure that you watch the video and see how it's done and figure out how to do the ones that are there. But anyways, the back problem, let me see, is on the, I had you write number 1 was 2n times 2 to the 5th equals to 1, and then the first thing you need to do here is know that with the same base of 2 here, 2 to the 0 power equals to 1. That's how you need to write that. And then 2n times 2 to the 5th. We know we need to add the exponent, and it has to equal to 0. So if you can't come up with -5, if you have a hard time with that, that's -5 plus 5 is 0, you do n plus 5 equals to that 0 there, and then you minus 5, then n, you get n is -5, because -5 plus 5 is 0. Okay? Then number two, the second problem I gave you was 5 squared times 5 to the n equals 1 over 125. 5 squared times 5n equals 1, 5 to the third power, like that. So this is the same as 5 squared times 5 to the n equals to 5 to the -3, because when you move it up or down, the exponent changed the signs. Okay, and if you add these two, you should get that, and the number is -5 again. 2 plus n equals -3 minus 2, n equals to -5. Okay, so if you put -5 in here, you get the answer of -3. Number 3, the problem number 3 is 4n times, 4 squared, 4 squared times 4 to the nth power equals 16. Well, write it with the same base of 4. This is 4 squared times 4n, and 16 is 4 squared. 4 to the 0 power. Because 2, if you don't see the 0, if you add it, you get 2. Is the only numbers possible is 0 plus n equals to 2. Minus 2 minus 2, n equals to 0. Number 4 was 3n times 3 to the 5th equals to 81. Well, 81 is 3 to the 4th, I believe. Yes, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, or 9 times 9 is 81, so it's 4 times. Okay, so 3 to the n times 3 to the 5th, if you add these together, equals to that, so n is -1. n plus 5 equals to 4 minus 5 minus 5. n equals to -1. Okay, and then number 5. You just follow this rule. You should be able to do the rest on your own. 7n times 7 squared. I'll leave you to do the rest on your own and let me check it tomorrow. Make sure it's right. This way you can get it right on the test. This will be on your test, okay? This is 7 to the 0 equals to 7n times 7 to the second. Add that equals to that. N plus 2 equals to 0. Minus 2, then n equals to -2. Because -2 plus 2 is 0. Okay? Always double check and make sure it makes sense. Okay, that's the back. You do the last 3 on your own. I'm going to do number 1 here. Identify the transformation used to create triangle. Okay, triangle to create. Okay, we want this, created this triangle. What transformation occurred? Okay, STV. S is first, second, third. WXYZ, right? W is first, second, third. Okay, these are correlated. Hey, it's not a reflection. Okay, that's too much alike. So let me do T and X. Okay, T is -2, -8. Or let's do this right here, because on your test I'm going to expect it here. T is -2, your work, -8. And X is -8. 2, oh, the number switch. So it's 90 degrees, right? Clockwise. So it's going like a clock, 0, 90. So 90 degrees clockwise or 270 counterclock. Make sure if you do this on your test, erase it afterwards because you're going to do other things in there. This is 90 degrees clockwise around the origin. You need to put around the origin. Okay? Origin. I think that's how you spell origin. I'm not sure. Don't mark my word on spellings. Reflect triangle STV. So they want this triangle right here to be your pre-image over X -2. Oh, X2. So reflected over X2. So your mirror is X equals to 2. X equals to 2 is right here. Oops, let me draw that better. Right there. Okay, reflect over it, that's 4. So 4, right here is one of them. That's 1 ST, that's number 3. So label it C, right? That's number 3. Okay. And then T is 4-way also, right there. And then 3 after that, right there. That's 7 away if you count. 4, 4, 3 more, 3 more. Yep, perfect. Just to make sure. And then I'm going to connect the dots. Okay, This is 1, 2, 3. So A, B, no, sorry. Wrong. This one is 1, A, B, C. Then I erase the work, okay? And then write a congruent statement for problem A. Okay, write a congruent statement for these two triangles. This one and this one. Okay, for problem A. Okay, we know that triangle STV is congruent to triangle STV WXYZ WXY. So WXY, right? Okay, let's see, 8, 5. Yeah, it's right. Okay, double check myself. It's 1, 2, 3. So STV W2XY. Yep. Double check. Triple check. Make sure you do that on your test. Identify the congruent angles. Oh, that's easy. Just look at this here. From then on you go, angle S is congruent to angle W. But make sure here, because some student write this wrong and go by that, and this whole thing is wrong. S and W are congruent. T and X are congruent. Angle T is congruent to, make sure you put the congruent symbol. I need to go over this in class. Oh gosh, because this will be on the test, guys. Is congruent, and some of you won't look at it. Congruent to SWT, I'm going to hold them for lunch detention. X, angle V is congruent to angle Y. Identify congruent sides. Okay. ST, line segment ST is congruent to line segment WX. Let's check. ST, WX. Yep. I'm on the right track. TV is congruent to XY. And the last one is SV. WY. Line segment. Don't forget the line segment, and don't forget this little squiggly line, okay, for congruent to. Okay, write an equation of a line for SV. Write the equation of a line for SV. Okay, that line. S, and then V. We want a linear equation in slope-intercept form because they want the y-intercept and the rate of change. Okay? So S is -5, -8. V is -2, -2. Okay, and you find the rate of change for that. So x1, y1, x2. Bryce, get ready for bed. Take a shower. -2 minus -8 over -2 minus -5 plus. Remember, I do not take homework pass for review. That's m equals 6 over 3, m equals to 2. The rate of change is 2. Then you use y minus y1 equals m parentheses x point slope. We call this minus x1. Y minus y1, which is negative 8, equals to m which is 2 parentheses x minus x1 is negative 5. Okay, and then we do additive inverse. You have y plus 8 equals to 2x plus 10 minus 8 minus 8. Y equals 2x plus 2. Does it look right? Yeah, see if you go through that line. Yep, it looks right. Reasonable. Check for reasonableness of your answer. It's very important. Okay. And then here you do y, this point right here. So most likely it may intercept at, okay, y-intercept is 0, 2. Rate of change is 2. Okay, you need to, it says state the rate of change in y-intercept, so you need both of these answers, okay? Don't forget that if it asks you. W is negative 8, positive 5, and y is negative 2, positive 2. Okay, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, and you get m is y2, rate of change, minus y1, over x2 minus x1. M is y2, which is 2 minus 5, over negative 2 minus 8, negative 8. Plus plus is 3 over 6, right? Negative 3 over 6, or 1 negative 1/2. So you go y minus y1 equals to m parentheses x minus x1 y. Hey Leland, you want me to pick you up?
Yes, we just finished.
Okay, 5 minutes, okay? I need to finish
Okay.
my work. I'll be there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have my books or anything, so I can just walk home.
Okay, that would be good. It's dark outside though.
So.
Okay, you can walk home then. That would,
Okay.
I don't have to stop. All right.
Okay.
See you in a little bit.
Bye.
Bye. Distribute, negative 1/2 x, and that's minus 4. Negative, then a plus. Y minus 5, add 5, add 5. Oh look, I was right. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. The y-intercept is at 1. So the y-intercept for this problem is, put it in blue, the y-intercept is 0, 1. The rate of change is negative 1/2, which is right here. Okay, but I'm looking for both that you can identify from here, too. The exact intersection of the two lines, of these two things, we make it equal to x plus 2 equals to negative 1/2 x plus 1. Multiply this by all of it by 2 to get rid of the fraction. Or here's what you can do, is you can always do minus 1 first, and then you get 2x plus 1 equals to 1/2 x, negative, and there's a fraction. You don't want to work with it. You can times all of it by 2, times this by 2 and this by 2. You get 4x plus 2 equals to negative 1x, and then you minus 4x minus 4x. You get 2 equals to negative 5x, divide by negative 5. Let me double check that I wrote everything correctly. Okay. I did. I believe I didn't mess up on anything. And my x then is x is equal to negative 2 over 5 or 0.4. You need to find your y. Okay, y equals to 2x plus 2. You would use this one right here. So you would substitute this or this into here. Y equals 2 times 0.4 negative plus 2. Use your calculator. You should be able to use your calculator here and put this number in there. 2 times negative, oh, that's a positive. 2 times 0.4 negative plus 2, 1.2. Y equals to 1.2. So your answer where it intersect, the exact intersection is at negative 2/5 and 1.2. If you want to use a fraction, that's 2/10, so it's 1 1/5. Should get both. What is the distance of WY? Oh, WY, you use Pythagorean theorem. That's 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. So you do a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. 3 squared plus 6 squared equals to c squared. 9 plus 36 equals to c squared. 45 equals to c squared. Square root, square root. Square root of 45 is close to 49, so close to 7, so it's probably 36, probably 6.6, whatever your calculators say. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to leave this there. But, or 3 radical 5 if you do it, if I say to put it in radical form, which I should go over with you guys. Okay, let's get rid of the fraction. Okay, your denominator is 3 and 6, so the least common denominator is 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. Oh no, that's tomorrow. Okay, we'll do this in class. And there's this problem here. Okay, let's graph this. It's the same thing again as the front. I'm gonna wait and go over this in class. So the kids that did not remember x equals to negative 1, that did not understand this, get this, I hope, because I'm going to have to recheck negative 1 here. It's important. This will be on the test. Right there is the mirror, reflect over it, write the coordinates for M and P. If you put this as 1, 2, 3, this is 1, 2, 3. And congruent triangles, you would put triangle A, B, C. Oh, identify the congruent side. They didn't want you. Please read congruent angles. They are not. So on your homework, on your test, I may ask any of these, not in order, this congruent angle. So angle A is congruent to angle N, and then angle B is congruent to angle. Make sure you put that congruent sign M and so forth, and this is congruent sides. Make sure you don't mess up with this with congruent statement. This is a statement.